It is from class 7 mathematics, chapter 3 rational numbers, from exercise 3.1, question number 1. Write down the following rational numbers as integers. So some rational numbers are given here. This is a rational number, these are rational number. You have to write down as integers. So this is a rational number minus 4 by 1. And you know, if 1 as a denominator, we need not to show. If you have 1 as a denominator, we need not to show, because 1 divides the number the same time. 1 divides 4 times. So you just write the 4, and there it is a negative 4, minus 4, you must write a minus here. So it is a integer form of this rational number. Similarly, minus 13 by 1, it will be written 1, you need not to show, directly write minus 13. And here minus 4 by minus 1, you have to show the 4 here. And but one thing you remember, minus in numerator, minus in denominator, you have to show it as positive, because minus minus is plus. So it will be a positive integer. Minus 17 by 1, directly write minus 17. And it is 12 by minus 1, you need not to show the 1, you show only the 12. But since it is negative, minus is there, this minus must show here. And minus 17 by 1, so 1 need not to show, only the 17 you show. But remember, there is minus on numerator as well as in denominator, so minus minus is plus, so it will be plus 17. That means positive 17, plus need not to show. Now let's go for question number 2. Identify the rational numbers from the given numbers. So you have to identify the rational number from these given numbers. So before solving this question number 2, you have to know about two things. That is about number line and rational number. Also about integers. You see, this is called number line, you already know it. And in this number line, here some numbers are shown here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until uncountable, and 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 till uncountable. These are called integers. This negative number, positive and 0, all these are integers. And let us know about rational number. Rational numbers, listen carefully. Rational numbers are in the form of p by q, where p and q should be integer and q must not be equal to 0. I'll repeat again. Rational numbers are those numbers which are of the form of in the form of p by q, and p and q must be integer and q value must not be equal to 0. So after knowing about integers and rational number, let us come back to the problem. Identify the rational number. So what you know about the rational number? Those numbers that are in the form of p by q. Yes, this is in the form of p by q. Here p value is minus 5, q value is 2. It is in the form of p by q, and p and q must be integer. Yes, p value is minus 5 is an integer, 2 is also an integer, and q value must not be equal to 0. It must not be 0. Yes, it is not a 0, so it is clearly a rational number. So we can say yes, it is a rational number. Next, number B. Let us check it is rational number or not. It is in the form of p by q. 3 is p, 0 is q, and both should be integer. Yes, 3 is an integer, 0 is also an integer, and q value must not be equal to 0. This q value should not be 0, but here the q value is 0, so it cannot be a rational number. So no, it is not a rational number. Come to the C. So it is in the form of p by q or not? Yes, it is in the form of p by q, and q value, both p and q value must be integer. Yes, 0 is an integer, 5 is also an integer, and q value must not be equal to 0. So this q value is not a 0, so it is clearly a rational number. So we can say yes, this is a rational number. And what about D? D is not a rational number because the q value must not be 0, but here the q value is 0, so it is not a rational number. Now let us go for the next question, number 3. Write the numerator and denominator of the following rational numbers. So these rational numbers, you have to write the denominator and numerator. So it is very simple. You just mention which one is denominator and which one is numerator. So it's a very simple one. You just write in this rational number, the upper number you just write it is as a numerator and the lower number is as denominator. So similarly for the other rational numbers also, the upper number is write as numerator and the lower number you write as denominator. So you can solve the rest yourself. Let us come to the next question. Question number 4. Write the rational numbers minus 6 by 8, minus 7 by minus 8, minus 3 by 5, 7 by 14, minus 9 by minus 17 with positive numerators. Means you have to write as positive numerators, with positive numerators, all these rational numbers. So we have to write this rational number with positive numerators. So let us pick up the first rational number, minus 6 by 8. So here 6 is the numerator. So let us rewrite it. We can easily rewrite this minus 6 by 8 like this, 6 by minus 8. So writing this negative in down, lower or upper or in the middle are same. So it is rewriting like this, minus 6 by 8. We can write it is same as 6 by minus 8. Hence the numerators, that is 6, becomes a positive numerator. The next rational number is minus 7 by minus 8. And it is numerator, this is denominator. But one thing you know already, both numerator and denominator we can multiply with same number. So both numerator and denominator is multiplied by minus 1 and minus 1. So what you will get? 7 1 ja 7, and you know minus minus is plus, and 8 1 ja 8, minus minus is plus, plus not required to write. So here the numerator, that is 7, becomes a positive numerator. So shortly you can rewrite this minus 3 by 5 also like this, 3 by minus 5. This negative just bring down so that the numerator become positive. And it is same, 7 by 14, nothing to change. The numerator is already in the form of positive. And similarly this minus 9 by minus 17 you can solve like this, minus 7 by minus 8. How it becomes 7 by 8? With the same technique you can rewrite this minus 9 by 17 as just 9 by 17 shortly. Hence this 9, that is this numerator, becomes a positive numerator. Now let's go for next question. So question number 5. identify the negative rational numbers from the flowing. So from these flowing rational numbers, you have to identify the negative rational numbers. So this rational number is clearly a negative rational number because minus is there, minus 6 by 12. It is a negative rational number. So it is a negative rational number. Minus 9 by 7, clearly there is minus. So it is also a negative rational number. Similarly, this is also a negative rational number. But number D, here is minus, here is minus. Both numerator and denominator, there is negative. And we know it can be rewrite like this, 2 by 9. So it will consider as positive rational number. You just check how it becomes positive. In the previous number, in number 4, I have shown how it can be changed to positive. So it should consider as positive rational number. Thank you.